Once again, we are back to pointing out the bad guys with Phoenix Wright. Welcome back. It's time for justice. Last time, if you weren't able to join, we were investigating a little bit more into what's been going on with the whole Steel Samurai murder case. So we are going to be going to the trial today. If I remember correctly, this is trial time. So let's go ahead and just start getting into it. Yes, this is the trial. Okay. And also we met a couple other new people. Specifically, we met the little kid, the big Steel Samurai fanboy. So we'll see him on the witness stand, because when we left off last time, they were taking him into the precinct, which, weird that they didn't need permission to just take this child to the police station to start questioning him about a murder case. So yeah, go figure on that one. All right, let me take a little sip first. Also, I don't know if when I streamed last, if I made a mention of it. So just in case if I didn't, thank you, Ramu Akin. I think that's how you say it, Ramu Akin, for following recently. So 6 days ago, they followed. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. May have already said it, but just in case I didn't, wanted to shout you out. Let's do this. It's trial time, baby. Aw, look at Will. It's okay, Will. We've got this. Maybe.
Mr. Wright?
Yeah?
Why do you look so unhappy?
Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. Ooh, yeah, it's not good when a ghost is saying that.
This is no time for dead people jokes. Please.
You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Ergo over here, talking about dead people jokes. Yeah, a little awkward there, Mia. We should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it.
Something overlooked?
We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. Because here, for some reason, we have to end trials in 3 days. Fuck if it gets the wrong person convicted for murder. It's 3 days or nothing.
This isn't going to be easy.
Oh, hello again, Outrageous. Welcome. We're in court, so welcome to the trial.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. As ready as we'll ever be. We were just talking about how he's a dead man walking. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if that'll be the producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or that director.
Oh, God. Okay, last time, when I did his voice, I absolutely fucked over my vocal cords. So we'll try again. We'll see if that really ridiculous voice I gave him we'll stay. If it doesn't, we'll go with something else. Aw, well, thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. Also, congratulations setting up the PS5. That sounds awesome. So, woo! But yeah, thank you for popping in. So, depending on how long you stay, have fun with us. For as long as you want to. But congrats on getting that PS5 set up. I'm sure you're gonna have lots of fun with it. All right. I took a sip of water, so hopefully that'll help.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
God, this guy, oh my God.
How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai noob raffle. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television.
Actually, I might have just changed his voice. I'm not even sure what I just did there, but hey, we'll go with it.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Ooh, that sounds like that'll be fun. Streaming the Final Fantasy VII Remake DLC. I think that sounds like a good idea. I say, do it.
Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
Ruffle. Ruffle.
Just his fucking face. Also, I might have mentioned this the last time when I was playing it. Some of these voices are definitely taken from the Game Grumps, because when they played it, I remember Aaron did a much better interpretation of the Ruffle. That was the voice he did for Salmonella, so I think I think that kind of is where I'm going with this. So yeah, we'll see. I'm sure his voice is going to change like at least 3 more times while I do it. We'll see.
I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would.
Oh God, this guy reminds you of somebody? Uh-oh. Oh jeez. Well, he's gonna be based off someone. You know, he really might be. If you can figure out who Sal is based off of, please tell me, because I have no idea. I feel like in general, he might just be based off like, you know, kind of the interpretation of that most nerds are like that, you know, the stereotypical way that people depict nerddom, where they're just like, they're these greasy, brony type looking guys, you know, and nothing against the bronies and stuff, but yeah, there you go. Ergo, that's the word I'm looking for. Basically a kind of a look at the otakus. So, yeah, it's probably what that is. But if he's based off an actual person, I would like to know. Anyway, Manila continues to say,
Yeah, I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Checks out to me. He seems fine. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination, but I doubt you'll find anything. It's not like everyone who gets on this stand just does a whole shit ton of perjury and lies about everything. Yes, Your Honor.
all right, day of the murder. All right, so he was at the studios from around 9 that morning. That's true, huh? We will press as we do every time.
Is that when you always come into work?
Oh, no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way.
Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry.
Still, I was pretty busy all that day. Sad emoji face.
Tell us more about that.
Alright, action scene run through, supposedly.
In the employee area.
That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just as for.
Why did it go so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Oh, right. Thus, the limp.
Which of course led me missing my lunch, Ruffs.
Ruffs rolling on the floor, starving? Oh, no, we gotta go back. Okay. You did hear that, did you?
What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steaks. The assistant cooked some up. I'm doing that creepy tongue thing that is totally not unsettling.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them.
Okay, yeah, but I had a meeting with the other two trailers, so I ended up skipping lunch. Oh, did you? Because I do recall finding plates over at the Studio 2 trailer.
So in the end, you didn't get to eat.
Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it?
That must have been tough.
Phoenix,
Yeah?
doesn't something about that seem odd to you?
Yeah, it's contradictory! Yeah, it does seem odd, now that you mention it. I really hope I have evidence about this, because I remember we saw it, but I hope we have evidence for it. Mr. Manila.
What do you want, Sweats?
When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
Good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't want to mention it, but I did eat after all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. Drool.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more.
Okay, you were in the meeting until 4, huh? Excuse me. I don't know if you could pick it up, but I was like, oh. Okay.
What were you discussing?
The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can't you believe it?
Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting.
Okay.
You didn't take a single break.
Well, yeah, not a one. Sweats.
What's he sweating so much about? I wonder. If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea.
Always press harder.
Wait a second! Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break?
Oops! Ruffle!
Well, Mr. Manella, what's this all about?
Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Ooh.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time.
Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing.
That's never good.
Oh, hang on. I just realized I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Doing that right now. Okay. Here we go. More about the break. Also, what does FWIF stand for? Because I just said FWIF before for funsies, but now I'm like, yeah, like the only thing I could think of is it might be related to like for your information. For whatever it's worth, maybe that's what it stands for. So yeah, I'm thinking that's what it stands for there. Anyway.
Yeah, Whiff, we took a break, Ruffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1. Lol.
Yeah, I think I found the way I was doing his voice before because I'm like, oh, I need water.
That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steams.
God dang it. The way they write him, I love it. I don't like him, but I like it.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that. But that's just me. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination.
All right, let's cross-examine the shit out of this guy. All right.
What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
2:30. That's the time of the death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible, time-wise.
Edgeworth's all silent over there. Base 12. What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak. What else? Not committing murder.
There were 2 plates on that table.
Oh, right. The other one was D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat.
God, he's so creepy looking.
Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying. Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1?
You know, I haven't done this yet. Let me do a quick little save. Alright. Oh, yeah, we already did that. Okay. So, I am gonna say... The only thing is, I know the monkey head was there. So I don't know if that's where they're gonna hit me. Because potentially that was blocking the way. Because I know we've got evidence about that it was there. Huh. But it's our only shot. So I'm gonna go with claiming it loud and proud. We'll see if that does anything.
If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial is over.
Because that's true. We do BS a lot, so we can always come back and say if we disagree with something later.
Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. Well, I suppose you might say that. All right, I've got the judge thinking now. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? What's that? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4, the path between the studios was blocked. Ms. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Whoa! You're right. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. Unless, of course, the person was walking.
Maybe it would have taken them longer if they walked, but either way.
The fallen Miss Monkey's head barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct it. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid to lose this round.
Ah, shit. Oh well, even though we saved, we'll still go back. Or, well, we won't necessarily go back. We'll keep playing.
I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand.
What? It's over? Oh, God. Or maybe I do have to go back.
Oh, no. We have found that there were several people in the studio, too, on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the steel samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have defined Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence.
Ah, I feel like we have to do this. Okay, so I don't think it's over. I was afraid that was like an over thing. Okay.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the steel samurai skewered the victim.
Oh, did they?
Rabble. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
Ooh, there's Mia. Oh boy.
What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi.
I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong.
Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have?
Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong.
Oh boy. Then what could it be?
That's all there is.
What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. I love Mia. She's wonderful. She and Maya both. Love their positivity.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand.
I think I just gave him like a generic kid voice. So we'll see what happens.
Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. God, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Donut crates.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness?
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around.
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, I mean, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please, tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth will do. I prefer bearded gentlemen. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. What, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet and I went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out of the studio, there was a Steel Samurai! He totally rocked! Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been a shot. That would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Pouty face.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see and hear, honestly.
Alright. I wonder... Hang on. Let's do a quick little save. I don't know if they'll penalize us too much for pressing. So we wanted to steal the Steel Samurai.
So you really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Of course I do. I've taped every show, and I go to all the live performances.
That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Of course, duh. My dad always takes me.
Poor dad.
Oh, so you found a map, huh?
Was that day the first time you've been to the studio?
Actually, I've been a couple times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day, and the security lady's always yelling.
Right. Please continue.
Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez.
Okay, went through the path in the woods. Alright.
Off the path. Huh. Seems pretty sus. You did it.
Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
I see.
Anyhow.
Okay, he's going for the studio.
Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual?
Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight to the studio?
Kinda got lost. I feel you there, kid. Relatable.
You got lost in the woods.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next?
Okay, there's a steel samurai. Pretty awesome.
The Steel Samurai.
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
I see. What then?
Okay, out came the bad guy.
What sort of bad guy was it?
A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy?
I don't know, he was kind of far away.
Huh, he's being awfully vague.
Okay, took him down, pow!
What happens to the bad guy?
Huh? Whoa. He kind of didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yeah, I suppose he was.
Oh, interesting. If you had your camera, Cody, don't you always?
If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home.
Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm.
Easy for you to say.
Okay. So, let's see what we've got evidence-wise. So, empty bottle. Okay, blocked path. Contains photos of every victory scene. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. All right, so I feel like it's that last thing. Okay. If I had my camera, that would be the shot. Okay. Because then I'm sure we'll get into this in a little bit. So,
Really? You didn't have your camera, you say? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
that face is adorable.
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much?
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? What is this thingamabob?
It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Oh gosh, Edgy. You can't say we're being mean, because you were being mean earlier. Come on.
How cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody?
What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that?
So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court what you were so busy watching.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He was so strong, the Steel Samurai rules.
I certainly know of some evidence we have that'll work for that. Anyway.
Is that all? I fell asleep, it was so boring. Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Pouty face.
Yeah, you had your camera, huh? So why didn't you use it?
He's getting to that. Relax and listen.
I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing.
Could take your eyes off it.
So, you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away, not even once.
No.
Okay then, tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Goes to the bad guy, wham!
So the bad guy attacked him first.
Yeah,
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I kind of don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happens next?
The bad guy stopped moving, huh? Uh-oh.
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this?
Let me do a quick little save. Because I wonder if we press them too hard, if they're going to be all like, blah, 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 blah. I usually do this, though, so let me just do that. Cody,
What?
something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action,
Yeah, so what?
yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Oh, goodness, order. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
Well, that's the thing.
Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out.
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
He couldn't watch it. He was watching something else. Shown evidence. I wonder if the issue is that... Okay, hang on. Let me take a sip first. Okay, so we know that Cody has this camera, and Cody doesn't really know how to use it that well. But we also know that he has a photo album that he takes pictures of the Steel Samurai landing his, like, you know, his victory blows, essentially. So, was it maybe he couldn't watch it because he was fiddling with his camera or for something else? I don't think it was he was watching something else. And then I wonder with the show evidence, would we show the camera then and say that he was trying to figure out how to work his camera? I'm going to go with, I think it's he couldn't watch it. Let's see.
Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murderer taking place at his age?
Oh, damn it.
Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched.
I have to agree with Mr. Edgewood. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation?
Okay, so we need to show evidence then. Okay, so great. Why wouldn't you watch this? Okay. I really don't think he was watching something else. Okay.
I have evidence.
Evidence? You?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why did Cody look away from the fight?
He's still learning it!
Here's my proof.
What's that? The camera?
The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I have years, you know.
He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that too.
Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye.
What's your problem, Pops? You had a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking.
Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture.
Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again.
Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid.
It sucks, don't it? Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Which means we're pressing.
And as Phoenix said, not picking. We're not picking on him. We are pressing him. I just want to see what he says to that.
Pops?
Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky old geezer.
Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgewood.
And I'm the bearded gentleman.
That's what I hate about Gordon. I'm also self-conscious.
Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness, testify.
Yipes!
Okay.
So you did see the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual?
Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely.
So I held my camera.
Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out.
Relatable.
I tried to take a picture. I really tried.
Aw, poor Cody. When the lens opened, what did you see?
Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai.
That's all.
Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture.
I would have, once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow.
This feels great.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Oh, did you?
You erased them.
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved steel samurai, victorious?
Well, you know. Why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a contradiction, or clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony?
There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out all this kid's all about. I mean, I already know what we gotta present. It's gotta be that photo album. Because he takes pictures of the Steel Samurai every time he wins. Oh, dang it. I went too far. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's the last one. I wish I could just hit the left button and it would take me to the last one. Okay, so I took a few shots. Okay. Pretty sure that this is the one we need to do this on. Yeah. Photos of every victory scene that the Steel Samurai has won. Cody! I was a little nervous there when the bar didn't move. I was like, oh, how could it not be that?
What? Man, every time you see Cody, you follow with something bad. You're like my mom.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I got every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Whizzam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would have just erased it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? I do not know what an album is.
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would have expected to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor.
No! Wait! No way!
Phoenix, I think we've finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is.
Mia, are we sure about this?
Did he actually...
Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. We are very confused. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
The photos were blurry. He erased them by mistake.
The Steel Samurai didn't
Win, motherfuckers! I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Like a bitch?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone! Ever!
Your Honor, this witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He witnessed the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth!
Dun dun dun!
Oh, order! I will have order. Witness, I mean, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Man,
kids cry in court.
Cody, that day, you saw this. You saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. And then he didn't move.
Order!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Well, fuck.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently we have all made a serious error. Error. What is this all about?
Hammer was the victim. Steel Samurai was the victim. There was a victim. Well, we know that Hammer was the victim. But in this case, Steel Samurai was the victim.
If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? Nani the fuck?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury.
But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Ms. Oldbag said in her testimony?
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then, he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. 'Cause it's a costume, motherfuckers!
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it.
Huh?
I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What? Show us, quick!
No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now!
Here, this is it.
Oh, what's that a fucking picture of?
Does that say Studio 2?
I think it do.
Well,
Look at this. It's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry. This doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix.
Mia? What?
Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial.
What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? My ghost friend says so.
Certainly, I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo.
Find the inconsistency in the photo.
Okay.
Because it says Studio 2.
Your Honor, look at this.
I see. A gate?
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Yes, but it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct?
Ah!
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
What? That's impossible. What's this all about? I'm lost. Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder really took place. Here at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate of the photo. I get it now.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there. Yeah, the trailer, the people in the trailer, baby! As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Dun dun dun! The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we have heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case. I mean, again, they could have just walked around it, right? But still, all right.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2.
Dun dun dun! Order! Order!
I said in the beginning, I have to tangent real quick. I said in the beginning when we first started this trial that this is one of my favorite trials, and it is. I just love just all the dialogue. I love all this stuff. The whole like, oh, what a twist! It was Studio 2. I love it.
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
This is madness.
Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me some proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume.
Oh, I think we have proof. If I remember correctly, I think we do.
I have proof.
You do? You do, Mr. Wright? That surprises the fuck out of me.
Now that they're so surprised suddenly, I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume.
Because, yeah, if he was going to steal the costume, he would need Will Powers to be out. And the label reads sleeping pills. But then again, they might be insinuating the whole dragging the foot thing. I'm gonna go with the pills because I'm sure that comes up. So let's see if that's the one.
This is it.
An empty medicine bottle?
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea.
Test Powers' blood. Fingerprint the bottle. Examine Hammer's body.
Clearly fingerprint the bottle.
An idea. Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
Fingerprints? Of course!
I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle.
I want to take this time to say that I watch a YouTuber called Legal Eagle. He's really cool, by the way. I recommend you watch him. But the reason I bring it up in this context is he has a video where he critiques lawyers in media. So it's actually like a little series that he did, or not necessarily just lawyers, but like court proceedings in general within media. Because I think he did that movie with Joe Pesci. God, I love that movie and I can't remember the name. But and he did a SpongeBob episode where they went to court. But anyway, he did do one with Phoenix, and I'm pretty sure. Yes, no, it was the anime. So it was the very first trial. So not this one. It wasn't this one at all. But he said a lot of things in that video where he was like, you can't just, in court, you're not allowed to just present new evidence. You can't do that. It has to be approved and all this stuff. And so this right here, it just made me think of all that, about how we're in the middle of court going, quick, check the fingerprints on the damn bottle. So it's just kind of funny. I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, I really recommend you watch him. He's really funny. And his channel is just really cool in general. So yeah. But anyway, back to court. Kind of. We're about to go to recess, it sounds like.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Ms. Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
Wait, I thought this was the third trial. Wait. Yeah, this is the third trial, right? Oh. Okay, I thought this was the last one. Well, oopsies. Here I was going, oh yeah, we're gonna end this. Nope.
That's a lot of homework, Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, this trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. My bad, I saw a 3 and was like, whoop, this is it. Very well, court is adjourned.
But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, there is stuff that I know that happens that I just remembered didn't happen yet. And I'm like, oh yeah, of course there's more.
Phew, that was a close one.
We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial.
Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there.
Me too.
Dead? I don't think that's funny.
Of course we're kidding.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. No, Mr. Powers. We have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right. Thanks.
All right. Okay. Well, yes, we're saving our progress. A part of me wants to do a little bit of investigating. Should we continue or not? Right, well, I've got one viewer, so if the viewer is watching right now, and I will pose that to the chat. I'll give that for a second if anyone's active in the chat. If you want me to continue for a little bit longer and at least do the investigation, we'll do the investigation. If not, we'll stop here and then resume. Let me just get a couple sips of water. And if I don't hear from the chat, then we'll just stop. But since I see that we have one person viewing at least right now, we'll see if they want to give their opinion. Oh, goodness. But yeah, legit, this is my favorite trial. I freaking love this one. I love the Steel Samurai. I have been threatening for a long time to get the Steel Samurai ringtone on my phone. The like do 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 do, that whole thing. It's the best. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ergo. We will take a break then. We will stop it here. So thank you for your opinion. I know I already saved, but I have to double save just in case. Because you go like, did I save? All right, so we will pick this back up again sometime soon, and we will do our investigation, and then we will do our last trial. So next time we stream Phoenix Wright, we will do our investigation and the trial, as long as the investigation doesn't take too long. So we'll finish it all there. So if you're sus of anybody, if you've never seen this game before, start thinking, because we're almost there. We're going to find our bad guy and point him out, as we do. But anyway, thanks for everyone who came. I really appreciate everybody who was able to show up and, post a little bit in the chat. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. But here's to the next one. Thank you guys. You guys have a great rest of the day or night, wherever you're from. Stay awesome. Bye-bye.